Yeah.
Happy to have you on.
I'm happy to be on, dude. I'm really happy.
I know. Let's go, dude.
I've been wanting to sit down and talk to you for a while about multiple things.
Buddy, I'm going to blow your band up with my podcast, and you're going to do the same thing with my podcast.
Yeah, dude, we'll help you. I want to help build, because it's all about community building. So, I want to, help everyone help each other. You know what I mean? Here, actually, I have stickers for you.
Oh.
Yeah,
look at that.
Bam.
Cheers. Spaced.
We've been putting them up.
Yes, follow the QR code, boys.
Yeah.
Love it. I like it. That's creative.
But the QR code just goes to our website, and I was like, fuck it, we should definitely if we're gonna put them out there for free, not sell them, we should just put them. Hold on, I'm gonna put my hair.
Put it to your YouTube or something.
Exactly.
If you got videos.
Well, we have a link tree that so it goes to I'm gonna get a little sexual and put my hair up for that.
Oh, well, okay.
But no, I was like, we're gonna put them up and shit, and we give them to people to put up. We just give them out.
Yeah.
So we're like, we should have a QR code that goes to our website, because the website has our live performances and Spotify shit and all that. There we go. That's much better.
That's actually funny. James he said he was gonna listen. Actually, so.
Dude,
shout out James Goodrow.
Yeah, dude.
But James was saying that or he didn't say anything like this, but he owns this grilled cheese shop, right?
He does?
Yeah.
Dude,
he owns this
for 10 minutes.
He's a fucking awesome dude. He's
so cool.
He's a wicked good guy. But he owns a grilled cheese shop with a bunch of my friends, older brothers from middle school, and just grew up in the area with me. So I mean, I've known him my whole life, but I saw this thing on one of their TikToks. They have all the social media platforms with Cheese Louise. That's their
Cheese Louise.
Yeah,
dude, that's awesome.
They have a bar, dude. I think they'll probably hire you.
I'm gonna
dude.
go down. I'm gonna go down for sure, because we're gonna
for real. Soon. So I know.
We're gonna eat there. Cheese Louise. We're gonna eat at
Cheese Louise.
Every show that we have.
But you'll remember it because you'll see stickers everywhere.
Really?
Dude, yeah. They'll be putting stickers up everywhere. You know what I mean?
I don't.
No, allegedly they do. Allegedly they do.
I don't.
It's not them. It's not like they're doing it.
Yeah,
but
no.
Obviously, it's like a community. If you gave me a bunch of these stickers, I'd be putting them up. You know what I mean?
I work at Chili's Bar and Grill in Bangor.
Oh yeah.
And I gave him some high schoolers that work there, and he said he went around and slapped them on cars around parking lots. So, yeah,
okay, buddy.
Please, because I won't.
Yeah, put my face on it. Yeah.
Exactly.
They'll be putting that in the car now.
Yeah, dude. Hopefully, we only have one single out though.
Only one. Yeah.
We have.
Which one, dude? Baseball. That song. That might have been one of the best songs. Dude, I heard that's an awesome song.
Thank
dude.
you, man. Thank
really
you.
sounds awesome.
We that is about. So I'm a licensed. I don't know if I am anymore. Actually, I was a certified behavioral health professional.
Yeah,
I did trainings working with kids with behaviors and on the spectrum and different things. So I did that for a while, and I really liked it. I still would do it. It was just overwhelming, but. That song was about that, because I can't say too much, obviously, but a kid I worked with basically just got really homicidal, and we were in the woods.
Whoa!
And I was pulling they had those boppy balloons.
Yeah,
I was pulling it out of his teeth, out of his braces, and I was like, I was just like, here, buddy, I'll help you out, and he was like, do you ever just want to kill people? And I was like,
he was chewing that.
Yeah, and he's like, you ever just want to kill people? And I was like, no. Not really.
Oh.
And he was like,
buddy, that's a therapist. You're crossing the line with a therapist.
I mean, I was there to help him and stuff, and so I was here to talk to him about things. And I was like, no, you shouldn't. And then he went on and on about it, and then he would just try to catch birds and smother them and shit, and it got to be a lot. And I had my own depression and anxiety at the time, and and stuff. And he had obviously depression and anxiety. He was little, and I felt like I could relate to him in weird ways. And then when he was homicidal, I was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? We were relating in a lot of ways. And then he just went off. So I was like, that's why I was like, I think I can relate to him.
Yeah, a little bit. Even kill people. Dude, friggin'.
No, he's good now. He's actually really good. He's doing really good.
Hopefully.
I try to keep him.
Hope for him and everyone around him. But dude, to say the least, dude, it's weird how you can kind of relate to people when they're on their worst leg. A little bit.
Yeah, you can find.
That's punk music.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is accepting people at their worst. I think that's what the community's about. I mean, because if you're I mean, I don't know, that's what I always felt like. I was a dude. I was a dorky fucking kid.
Yeah.
I had braces. I had a shaved head. I had little circular glasses and shit.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I just and so I didn't have any friends growing up, and so I that's why I learned all the instruments. That's why I learned drums, guitar, bass. Kind of can sing, and I so that I could record stuff and play it myself. And that's a lot of the songs that we have that's going to be on our album, first album that we've been playing live.
Yeah.
I wrote the beginnings of those around that time, and I would write like
when you were a kid. You're saying?
Yeah. So I would write like little like because I started learning guitar when I was like 7. So I wrote those probably at like 15. Some of them at 14, 15. The rest at like 16 to 18.
Yeah.
And the lyrics and stuff, and the baseballs like I was like 18.
Yeah.
And but I learned all those instruments that way I could like jam with myself, and I would record like guitar, and then I would teach myself drums by playing to the guitar recordings that I had and like trying to write drum things. And then I met Josh and Gabe later, and that just exploded everything, like in a good way. Like they just like they did everything else, you know, like I had stuff written and I was like, these are my ideas, but they just like made it what it should have been.
Right. Exactly.
Where's it going with that? Oh no. So I was a dorky kid and I didn't have friends. So like, especially like I identified with the punk scene. Cause I felt very accepting, like the freaks and geeks and like everyone.
Yeah,
you know what
no
I mean?
doubt. Yeah.
You could be like a fucking, like you look at like Weezer and shit. And I mean, people would say it's not punk. Like I get it, but like,
dude, it is dude, it's just being misunderstood.
Yeah, you have Weezer, which is like all about being like dorky and being accepted, but then you have like fucking Blink-182, which is all about like just being a like goofy skater punk. You know what I mean? So
right.
Like, and then they all come together. The show I met James at actually was a Car Seat Headrest show, which is all about like accepting like the fucking weird pieces of like whether it be like based in like sexuality or like someone's like just anything. Like that's what their Car Seat Headrest Toledo is about, and like that. So that they're even like punk in terms of like the mindset, you know?
I mean? No doubt.
But I don't hang on to genres in any capacity. Like
Me
I
neither.
don't say we're like a punk band or like
no
punk.
You are, but you're not. You know what I mean? You write your own music. Yeah. You are a space band. You are an astro music going through space and time continuously.
We basically yeah, you're good, man. We I would say so. We've been calling it is Northeast Emo.
Dude, I liked that when you were talking about, we want to change our band name to Vacation Land. I thought that was badass.
We talked about
that. That was badass.
I don't know how much I can talk about that.
I'm sorry.
No. We can talk about that. We can talk about the idea, just not what we're actually doing.
Yeah.
Because we talked about, we have multiple ideas. We don't know what we're gonna do yet. But we've talked about potentially at some point changing the band name. Which if that happened, that we should definitely do something with all of us, because we don't want there to be confusion. That's like the main concern, is people getting confused that like, because we built momentum finally. We built a community.
True. You definitely did. It started the people that know you,
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of where we're still at. It's not like it's like people. I mean, we have like people, like if you look at like the Spotify stats and shit, it's like there's people in different states and stuff, obviously. Like, but our main following is here, obviously, because we're a local band, you know, for now. And so that it'd be easy. I think we could pull it off. Cause like I started booking, I just messaged OHOP because they'd done a midnight breakfast show. And I was like, that was dope. You should do live music. And they were like, we don't do live music. And I was like, yeah, you do. You should. I was like, you definitely should. And but they didn't say I shouldn't say that. They didn't say we don't do live music. They just said that's not like what we do, really. We're not used to that. We've only done it a couple times. Right. They do DJ stuff. Yeah. Tidbits playing. Actually, my booking agency, I guess, is doing we booked a hip hop show. They're doing.
I saw that. Yeah.
B-Vang.
I wish they hired me, dude.
I know.
I'd spit some bars.
That'd be dope, dude. Yeah. B-Vang's a really good friend of mine, and they hired Tidbit to go out, and he does that place a lot. But in November, or somewhere around November, I messaged them and was like, you know what? Like I was living in Skowhegan at the time, so I was kind of far away. I was at my parents' place because I moved out when kind of COVID hit. I just didn't move back in there, and I was planning on moving back here, and I was like, you know. Like we got to play something. We got to get momentum going. We have to build a community. Because I've always wanted to. And even like freshman year of college, I like started a recording studio. I started the recording studio, and I started it as a promotional thing for our band, but also for local bands and stuff. It just never caught traction. We weren't confident enough. We weren't comfortable enough in being, and like we didn't know enough people. Like it just wasn't working. So I was just like, fuck it, I got to do something. So I messaged them, and I was like, we just want to play shows. And then I messaged a bunch of And then I messaged a bunch of other bands. I knew Nate Ellsworth, who's in Fish Lab, and I messaged him, and I was like, you should come out with us and play, because he played like a lot of Jimi Hendrix stuff. And when I was trying to set up a podcast, I had him on. I have all the episodes. It's just not edited or anything.
Neither of these.
Yeah,
dude. Well, actually, I need to get an editing computer because my computer just can't handle actually editing anything.
Really?
I can't save anything. I can't even download iMovie because
Really?
my computer's so old, which is a
Damn,
pain.
That sucks.
So
At least it's working for this.
Yeah, no, I'm going live, dude. I got all. I'm setting up more than you know.
Is this live? Are you like live streaming?
Yeah, live streaming.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
That's
we got one like.
That's
shout
funny.
out somebody who like.
That's dope.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, so I just messaged
Sorry,
them.
I cut you off.
No, you're good. I messaged them and I was like, yeah, let's do shows. It was Fish Lab. They came out. And that was the first time I ever like booked a show like that. And I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And it went really well. And then we just kept doing. They were just like, I was like, can we please come back this way? At first I was like, please just let us come back again. Like I messaged them the day after. I'm like, just like, let us keep momentum going. And then eventually the place was just by the third show, it was filled, like completely filled. Yeah. And people were like, and I was worried. I always had this thing that like
Sizzle and Skyline Drive and other bands have so much of a following that I bet it leaks into other places.
And Borzoi came out with us. That's right. Cause we did a show at Husson and it was Fish Lab and Borzoi. Cause Borzoi was, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, it's been a whirlwind, but they were called The Kids and we got to know them and they're amazing musicians, dude. They're playing with us Saturday at Bangor Arts Exchange. Saturday, it's them and us and a band called Random Ideas, who are these three triplets, all twins from
that's sweet.
From Waterville, and they're all these like all girl fronted band, and it's fucking awesome. And
we were just talking about them on yesterday. Actually.
Really, dude, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be good. And I actually got to my professor is the one that recorded their album. So he gave us, I found them through school for one of our projects. He gave us the like audio files for their album or for like one of their songs
to work on.
He's like, just see what you can do. And dude, it was awesome. It was so cool. So I found them, like, we get to play with them. They sound like old school, like Offspring, Green Day style punk. So they're coming out. But no, so OHOP happened.
What were you saying about
Bangor Arts Exchange?
Oh, at the Bangor Arts Exchange.
Yeah.
This Saturday,
8 p.m. You can get tickets now.
How much are they? $10?
I think it's like $10. I think it's like 10. I think it's like 10 or 12 at the door. 10 ahead of 10, 12 at the door. I think is what it is. Yeah.
Perfect.
But yeah, no. So I was like, we just got to build a community, and then it like literally happened within a month. Like I know all of these bands. I've considered them all like close friends. And,
right.
Like, I talk to them regularly. We're meeting new bands. We have a ton like people messaging us at this point and like wanting us to come out. And like we're playing in Portland this summer, like a lot. We're gonna be playing at like the Brass Rail at some point. I'm talking.
You're gonna be playing at my campground here.
Dude, we should.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Skyline Drive's playing, so
really
we're hiring you too.
Dude, we'll come out. Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'm gonna throw a festival. A couple of years ago, we tried to throw a festival, but we hired this guy who just didn't really know what he was doing, basically, and it didn't really work out. Didn't fall through as planned. A lot of the bands canceled and stuff. But now I'm in like a music scene.
Wait, where's the that
Acres Wildlife?
Yeah,
it's in Maine. It's
is it in Standish?
Yeah, exactly.
Falls.
Yeah, my knows that place.
What?
Yeah,
dude, this summer I got drunk as fuck there.
No
shit. Do you know Sarah and Tyler?
Sarah Callahan, of course. She's a seasonal.
Yeah, I see her campground.
No shit.
Her campsite, dude. So her.
Becca,
Tyler.
Tyler. Oh, I love Tyler,
dude. Okay.
I grew up close to Tyler Collins.
So this
shout out Tyler Collins.
Shout out Tyler, dude. So holy shit, this summer. Last summer rather, I made some of my best friends I've ever had in my life through Chili's, actually, because like shit got weird there.
He lives up here now, right?
Yeah. He and Sarah live together. They're buying a house.
Well, that's awesome.
But so I met them. My best friend that I met at Chili's working there, Matt. He's an amazing musician as well. He actually used to live at OT. But Sarah bartends at Chili's, and I did, and Matt does sometimes, and she was like, we're just going to this like campground we always go to, and I was like, fuck it, I'll come. And we went on 4th of July.
Yeah,
and packed. Dude, I was like, that whole weekend I was like blackout. Oh, like, dude, no, I shouldn't say that. I mean, I was.
Yeah.
It was just like, dude, it was a fun summer.
Dude, that's awesome. You're coming up and we're playing because I play once a week there.
Really, dude? I bought the van at the beginning of the summer, so we would all pile in the van and go down.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, on my Instagram, actually, I have a bunch of on 4th of July. We took a bunch of pictures there.
I'm stoked. I'm so stoked for you to come up this summer. Dude, you have no idea.
Let us know, because my uncle lives in Isaac's dad lives in
Steep Falls.
Yeah. So
Mahan? No,
Mahan is his stepdad.
Oh, yeah.
His real dad, my uncle Mike, he lives in Steep Falls. So we'll come up and just,
dude, for sure. You can stay with me. I got a camper. I just bought a camper and got plenty of sites. We'll have a good time. That's so awesome, dude.
Yeah, we absolutely will, dude. Let me know because we'll come down.
I want like I'm saying, I want to throw a festival. Like,
yes,
obviously I got Sizzle, Skyline Drive, and I think a lot of those guys probably.
I can help you book
it's a long drive.
I have a lot of Portland bands now that I know,
that's
so
awesome.
I can help you book it and stuff.
Dude, so are you planning on just staying with Space over? Dude, I'm looking for a band so hard in Portland. You have no fucking clue. I'm just looking for a band up here
to join. Do you mean or to
no?
Like,
I've been well at first.
Or,
I've been jamming with a bunch of people.
Yeah, of course.
Look, past 3 years, it's so fucking hard to start a band. It is. It's not anyone's fault. It's not anyone's fault.
Really, it's that you gotta. It's because I always.
It's hard to find people that are interested in the same goal as completing the same goals.
Trust me. Like I said, like growing up, I had no musician friends, and because I didn't vibe with anyone, and I always had a thing in my head that if I was gonna be in a band, it had to be my best friends. I was like, I can't. You know what I mean? Like,
it does a little bit.
What I grew up, what I remember the night I decided I wanted to be in a band. And my ex-girlfriend, I was like in high school, and she was like, "What the fuck are you talking about right now?" Because I was like, because my mom's a doctor and she's a nurse practitioner and stuff. And I was like, she was like, you got to do like medicine. Like that was the whole jam. Like she's like, you got to be a nurse. Like I had you young and like worked my ass off. And I was like, that's a good idea. That's a safe route and it's respectable and it's, commendable and shit.
You got to do medicine,
but
study medicine,
but
don't start a band.
No, do not study medicine. Start a band. The thing is, I was like, I'm gonna be depressed as fuck. And it's gonna be bad.
Dude, this is the time in your life to do it.
Right. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I was like 15, 14, and I had been playing guitar, acoustic guitar and shit for like 6 years, I think, or like 5 years. And I was watching an unofficial Blink-182 documentary I got at Bull Moose. And I remember I bought this like box set and I went and laid in bed and all night I was like depressed. I was just at a really weird place in my life. And I was watching this film and I was like, and they were like throwing parties and making guacamole in their toilet and shit and like that's just crazy shit and like punk punk rock like stuff. 90s early 2000s skater punk shit. And I was like, that's what I want. And they were all like best friends from high school, like mostly like Travis.
So you always played a lot of music growing up.
And my dad always played guitar growing up. Like he would actually, I remember he would annoy me growing up because he would like play electric guitar like Jimmy shit and like Zeppelin stuff, and he'd play along to the radio like so loud. And I would be like frustrated about it. But then like I turned 7 and I was like, my mom was like, you gotta pick some extracurricular. Because all I did was like play video games and nothing. Like that's all I did. I wouldn't make friends and stuff.
A lot of parents now, sorry to cut you off.
No.
But it seems like a lot of parents now love that.
Because they don't have this minimal
Shut
work.
the fuck up. Don't make any noise.
Yeah, it's
minimal. I just bought you $150 game, boy.
They view it as like an investment. Like we'll buy you iPads.
So you just shut the fuck up and just don't do anything.
Don't eat, don't sleep. Like just do that.
Yeah, you're safe. You're safe inside.
Yeah.
You know?
But so I just always had music in my life. My mom was a singer, and like she always tells this story about like how when I was younger I would like listen to like I'd be like, do you hear like the drum and what it's doing in the song and shit and like stuff like that. So like I always like had an emphasis on it, but I didn't realize it's what I wanted to do. I didn't realize it was like something that I could do. And then I was like watching the Blink thing, and they were like, we dropped out of high school and did all this. And I was like, and I remember the next day I went down. My mom was like, I was like, I'm not going to college. And she was like, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you are. I was like, I don't even want to do school anymore.
You can't even drop out of college. You can't even drop out of high school in Maine, really.
Yeah.
Like you can, but it's like, dude, it's harder. It's not like the city where
you can just kind of like, there's nothing you can do here. There's no like,
you can't just be like, all right, I'm dropping out of high school and moving to another place in Maine. It's like, oh, good luck. It's fucking cold, buddy.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of money.
Much opportunity here either. So we're moving. Me and the band we're talking about where we're gonna move to when we graduate and stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to make sure.
Don't do it.
No. I think it'll be Seattle. I think it'll be Seattle or
Dude,
Portland.
Go to New Orleans.
We've talked about Nashville. Just the
New
South
Orleans.
I don't know about the South though.
Oh yeah, true.
I don't know about this. Maybe
just don't go to Florida. Wherever now.
Yeah, exactly.
We were talking about yesterday. We were like, do you know any good bands from Florida other than Leonard Skinner? Dude, it's the most populated place in the U.S.
I feel like there's bands, and it's just escaping me. I feel like there's a couple bands that I actually do know, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. But yeah, Leonard Skinner. I thought they're from
Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
No
Florida.
shit.
A lot of them died too. I love Leonard Skinner.
They're dope.
Fantastic. You're right though. Seattle. I've been out there.
Oh, really? I've never been to Seattle.
So sick. It's really gray.
I have family friends
like here.
Really?
Yeah. No. I just feel like, especially in Bangor, there's so many days that it's just gray outside. It's not sunny.
Dude,
it's not rainy.
see,
It's
I
just
like it.
gray.
I like it. It feels like comfy. It feels like, maybe that's just because I'm a depressed piece
Yeah,
of shit,
no.
but like, yeah, it feels comfortable. Like it feels very like rainy days and like days like yesterday where it was like starting to snow. I was pissed it was snowing, but like, don't get me wrong. Like I love sunny days and like my family lives on a river and I used to just go like float in the river in the summer and shit, like in the morning, early in the morning and stuff. But like rainy, gloomy days, it feels productive. I feel like I can get shit done. I feel like I can like
me too.
Write music and stuff like that, and it's just inspiring for some reason. So I think Seattle would work. But Seattle had obviously the grunge scene. Obviously that was in the 90s and stuff.
It's gorgeous out there too.
Yeah. And Midwest emo is kind of like what we listen to. Well, Gabe especially listens to, our bassist, and he plays lead guitar sometimes. But like we were talking about starting, like we want to make sure our shit here is done. Not done because it's never going to be done, but we want to make sure that like
it's like a restart button.
We want to
refresh.
Well, we want to make sure the community here in Bangor is like good and stable. You. Well, not even remembers us. Like it's not even about that really. It's more like we want to make sure it's like it's stable. Like it's like because like I said, like there wasn't really a scene around here other than DJs. And then like I was even worried that like people were gonna be like worried, not worried. People were not gonna like it because of like people are just going to want to hear DJs or pop music or like hip hop and rap and stuff, which is all fine. But there's something.
Oh shit, dude.
What?
It might be being picked up through another fucking. Dude, I hope. Wait, hold on.
Are we taking 5?
Wait. We might not take 5, but oh no, it's working.
It is here. Okay.
I just need I need to pick it every time so it doesn't record through
the
internal
microphone.
That that's happened a couple times.
That sucks.
No, anyways, I cut you off. I keep doing
No, you're good, dude. You're good. But no, no, I just there's like something to be said of live music and like seeing musicians who have practiced like years at their instrument do their thing, and like you're seeing like inside of their brain when you hear their songs. Typically, unless it's like shallow and shit, you know. But I feel like all the bands around here, none of them, like all the lyrics are really meaningful. None of it's shallow at all. Like, but I was worried that like coming into it, like no one's gonna come to a punk show anymore. Like who's gonna come? Man, there's a big hardcore scene.
Yeah,
apparently there's a lot of fucking people that would come, and it's not even. I think what helps is it's not even like punk. It's like indie melodic. I mean, we call it Northeast emo because it's melodic. It's like
you call it whatever you want. It's dance music, baby. It's fucking dance music.
That's what I want because I grew up listening to like my parents are hippies. Like my dad had a yellow Volkswagen bus, and like we would like go to festivals and stuff. I wouldn't go in the bus. He sold it when I was young, but we would go to like festivals, and his like ex-girlfriend would do henna tattoos for people at tents, pull us around in wagons. Like he grows weed, like you know what I mean, like, and we'd see Fish and stuff, and like. That's how I grew up. So I grew up around like Grateful Dead and Fish and Blind Melon and like jam bands, but also like he loved like Jimi Hendrix and he liked some punk stuff. And then I remember I found Green Day. Yeah. And like, I think I was like 9 and I was like, this is the shit. Like this
Green
is
Day. We were just talking about that actually yesterday because dude, we were saying so much is relatable with like Green Day and Nirvana in middle school, right? Because it's like, dude, everyone's fucking confused.
That's what
everyone's depressed. Everyone's like no idea how to like communicate with the girl they like, and it's just like Nirvana, so frustrating.
Exactly. That's where
it's so relatable.
Nirvana and Blink-182.
Dude, you mind pulling right up? So just that chair is kind of like
no, absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, let's do this.
It's hard to
it's a rocking chair. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's hard to look back at a lot of podcasts and be like, all right, okay, that's what I need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. No, totally. Whatever you need.
We're only 8 in, so it's fantastic, dude.
Nice. Yeah, no, Nirvana, like that's my favorite band still. Like I have like unhealthily obsessed with Nirvana. Like I have like,
dude, let's talk about Kurt Cobain's conspiracies.
Dude, I have Kurt's like his like journals and shit. They like publish.
Yeah, I have that too. Yeah,
and it's so good.
Nobody agreed to that. He's dead. Like,
yeah,
I feel like that's a little bit of.
He said he didn't want. He always wanted to be private. Like, and so it's kind of. I feel dirty reading it sometimes because it's kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. The drawings and stuff, they're weird.
They're cool though.
They're cool, but they're weird.
I just feel dirty because it's like I feel like he wouldn't want it, and like it's like.
His dad kicking his mom while she's pregnant with him and stuff, and it's like, whoa,
that's fucked up. That's really fucked up. That shit happens though. I mean, like it's bad. But I don't know. I think Courtney did it.
I think Courtney.
No, I don't. Okay. I actually have a big theory. So there's a really good documentary. I think it's the one called Soaked in Bleach. And
it used to be on Netflix.
Yeah. And she hired Okay. Courtney hired a private investigator to go find Kurt because he was missing for like what, 3 days, 2 days?
Mm-hmm.
She had a private investigator to go find him. So and the whole time he was laying in the greenhouse, like dead. Like that was the whole thing. He had bought a shotgun, him personally. He had bought a shotgun a week before, I think, or something like that. So she hires his PI. He goes try to find him. He would go to like Courtney's house to like interview their like best friend, like Courtney and Kurt's best friend, this like dude. And Courtney would have him shoot up before, like on like junk and shit, like heroin. And he would like be so not awake that like the PI wasn't able to like talk to him and shit. And then so like Courtney was like basically the PI who made the documentary like recently was like he thought she did. He was like she made it all but impossible to get any information. But she was like if she wanted to look not guilty, she would hire someone to find him ahead of time, like 3 days before, like she did. And then when they found the body, he went to the house and there were like Seattle police everywhere, and they said
The best friend.
yeah, no, the PI went to the house.
Oh, the personal investigator.
Yeah, went to the house and was like talking. There's a police line, obviously, and he was like, "I'm hired by Courtney. Like, can I get in? This is her house." He said the police was like, Courtney said not to let you in, like so that you can't see the body, basically. And then the Seattle police chalked it off immediately after talking to Courtney as like a suicide. They didn't even like. He's like most police departments would like look into this further, not rule out anything until at least a week. It was like the next day they were like suicide. I mean, like the same day they were like suicide.
And also, to make it even creepier, a couple of years later, Courtney destroyed the house that he killed himself in.
Completely like
I don't think it had anything to do with that he killed himself in it. I think there was
greenhouse,
evidence that there was still.
Well, because that was also the shit of like if he was it's fucked up. He's holding the gun.
No, yeah.
There's the shotgun shell. You know, it comes out like the side or whatever.
Yeah.
The shell was on like the opposite side of the room from the side of the gun that the shell's opening was on and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like there was some other stuff like the amount of heroin that was in his system, and his like box was like perfectly open.
Yeah, the amount of heroin that was in his system,
like enough to like kill a rhino or something.
Yeah, he wasn't even like
that would have killed him.
He wouldn't even have been able to like kill himself, like thinking like, you know what I mean? And that was days later.
Yeah,
and that was what 3 days later.
Like days. And also like it was fucked. It was just.
Courtney Love also allegedly had Kurt Cobain's handwriting in her pocketbook when he died.
Something about that. And then there was something, and I'm not super I've heard this.
Yeah, I've never, not confirmed.
I've heard this, but I'm not sure if it's 100% true. That Kurt had talked to Courtney's dad a month. Courtney's dad said after after he died, allegedly, that Kurt had talked to him about how he wanted to divorce Courtney.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
The common idea is that Hole is an all right band, but it's not amazing. And Courtney felt like she was no one without Kurt. That was the idea. And she like obviously wasn't a good person. Like there was the whole thing about her like taking like drugs while she was pregnant with Francis and shit.
Brett giving her Francis to homeless people.
And like
for the night.
Shit. Right, exactly. So she could go party. And like so the idea is that maybe she just like felt like if she lost Kurt, she was gonna be nothing again. So she was like, but if he dies, then I'm his widow forever.
Yeah.
Like that's the idea.
Ooh, she would have been nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody even liked her. The thing about Courtney Love
has
was
a couple cool songs. Like that's it.
Yeah, no doubt.
In my opinion.
They're cool, but buddy.
Yeah.
They're not cool because you killed Kurt Cobain.
Right. You're not Nirvana. You know what I mean?
And dude, she wouldn't have been remembered.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is what?
She would have faded away. I mean, look at like
easily.
The band.
We wouldn't have known who she was.
There's bands that are bigger than Hole was that are like faded away. Like Toadies isn't huge. Like, you know, Toadies. Exactly. Like they were a big band in like the 90s.
Seattle, from Seattle?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're from Seattle. I mean, like, excuse me, all of the bands, like the only bands that survived that whole wave were like Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains and like, you know what I mean?
Soundgarden.
Yeah. And people know who Toadies are to a degree, but like if Toadies aren't remembered, Hole's definitely not going to fucking be remembered.
Hole is not going to be remembered. Agree. That's a great point. Because,
she's not known for Hole. She's known as Kurt Cobain's wife. Sadly, I mean, I wish, you know, things were a bit different. I mean, it's probably some, you know, like hierarchy of man and shit that, like, you know, some fucked up ingrained like misogyny or something. But like, I don't know, like you know what I mean, like punk bands that are like there's like a band called the Linda Lindas that are popping off, which is dope. But that's in the modern age. Like in the '90s, like it was hard to break through. You know what I mean? Like even like the Pixies, fucking love the Pixies.
Love them.
Their bassist has a band.
She's a chick, right?
Yeah, she has a band called The Breeders, and
the Breeders are so good.
And they have a song called Cannonball, and they popped off. But even then, they never got as big as the Pixies, even though they're like just as good.
Dude, the Breeders are huge. The Breeders are huge bands.
Yeah, and so like
the Pixies, I think really, I know this is a hot topic, but I think they really popped off, and the reason why they popped off so hard is same with a lot of other, same with a lot of other punk bands. Like one song that's not really punk. Where's My Mind?
Yeah, that one I played.
Hey,
I played at the show.
I know, I remember. Yeah. Hey, you know that song?
Been
trying to meet
love
you.
That they also have, but they have so many other good. Like they have
so many other good
songs.
But
no, everyone just knows Where's My Mind.
Like I can name 10. I mean, you could both name 10 songs better than Where Is My Mind
by them.
Yeah.
And dude,
but it's like that's it's like Blind Melon. You know that
dude, I know
so good.
They're one of those
Change,
bands.
You know that song?
Oh, dude.
But dude, No Rain, that one hit.
It's not even
that one hit.
Dude, Vernie is one of their best songs. 2x4. I know I have all their songs on records. Like they're another band that I like every single song. I could listen to.
They only have one album, yeah.
No, they have 3 albums exactly.
Before the singer died.
Yeah, before Shannon died. So they have the album with No Rain on it, the Bumblebee Girl in the front.
Yep.
They have
and that one's their best, yeah.
Dude, Nico's their best.
Nico. So
Soup came out. Soup has like that song about Ed Gein. It's like, I'll make a shoehorn out of your shin.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then they have Nico, which came out I think right after he died, and it's kind of a bunch of demos he had, but they completed the songs the band did. Dude, it's fucking amazing. They even have a version of No Rain on it. It's like No Rain, like a ripped away version they call it, and it's so good, dude. And like no one knows. It's like one of those examples where no one knows all those songs. Like Sleepy House is on the album with No Rain. It's a song called Sleepy House, which I have a story about that song. It's a profound moment this summer. This summer we went to Peaks Kenny, me and my friends, the same friends that went to the campground.
Yeah.
And
talking about Tyler and Becca, or Tyler and Sarah?
Similar. It was the same group of people. Sarah wasn't there and Tyler, but it was the same group of people.
Yeah.
And we had this moment where we went on like the back side, and I had to work that night, and it was early in the morning. We're on the back side of like the beach area. So it was like a private little beach area. Mm-hmm. And Matt and everyone, they were fishing and stuff. And I don't really fish and stuff. So I got in the water, and I was like in my underwear, and I was just like chilling in the water on this rock that was like coming up off of the floor of the lake. And it was pretty deep. And that song was on it's Sleepy House by Blind Melon. It's like this, like she has like sitars in it and stuff, and it's super peaceful. And like we were a little high, we're a little drunk, and like it was like 10 in the morning. Yeah. And I'm sitting on this rock, and these like 50 sunfish come up and start like nibbling on my toes and fingers.
Oh yeah,
and they're all like all around me. And it was this like profound. There were a few moments like that this past summer. This past summer was life changing, and there were a few moments like that where it was just like, this is it. Like this, you know what I mean?
You ever seen in Africa when hippos will be swimming through the river and all the fish will come and clean them off?
Yeah, I have seen that.
And it's like
it was like that. It was like
so cool.
It's just some hippie shit this summer, dude.
Feels like I don't even know, like a massage.
Yeah,
like a natural massage.
Fish massage. Yeah. No. Yeah, it was, dude. But there were moments like that, a lot of moments like that this summer that were like, except for I threw up all over the table in Bar Harbor. That wasn't cool. Dude, it was
not cool, not chill, Jonah.
I think Sarah was there for that. I think that girl. So we had a friend named Juliana who also worked at Chili's.
Chili's. I should get a job at Chili's, dude. Sounds fun. It's not bad. Good community.
Yeah, we're all like, there's a few of us, like 7 of us that are like really tightly knit, like really best friends. They're some of the best friends I'm
serious. I will. I'm looking for a job, and I'm
line cook because we're doing it.
Seriously, line cook. I'm working for this, or I worked, kind of working for this canvassing gig. I hate it.
I did that though. You make some like $25
an hour plus gas.
Holy shit!
Who do you work for?
I don't, dude. So that's funny story. I walked out of Bagel Central that day. I was living as a nomad at the time. I was going to my mom's house in Skowhegan, and all of my friends' couches in Bangor. So I went to school here. I go to school here, but at the time I was still and worked in town. So I bought the van, and I would just travel. And some nights I'd sleep in the van. Some nights I'd sleep on my friends' couches. So I would do all of my homework and like daily shit at Bagel Central. I'd stay like there for like 6 hours a day.
Right.
And that was like my spot. It was like a home. And I would sit there And I walk out one day. I'm going to class. There's these dudes, and I thought they were Mormon. They were like wearing like white button, like tucked in button up shirts and shit. And they were like, hey, they saw me and they were handing me pamphlets. I'm like, no, whatever. Like, no. Like, do you want to make $20 an hour? And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, fuck it. And I didn't ask any questions. I was like, yep, I do actually. And then they're like, all right, meet me at this address tomorrow.
And it was like a random street address.
I pull up and it's near like the hospital in Bangor. And it's an unmarked brick building with like light fixtures falling off of the ceiling and shit. And there's just a tent outside. They're like, you're right, we're gonna like come in, we'll like train you up. I was like, all right. And I walk in and it's this huge, we walk in like down unlit hallways that with no windows that are like lights are falling and like windows are blasted out. And I was like, what the fuck, dude, I'm gonna get fucking killed. And like this is like a cult. And I texted my friends and was like, guys, like this is where I am. Like if I don't text you in like 30 minutes, I'm fucking dead. And I walk in. And there's a dude actually, no, my best, one of my really good friends, Brody Puzzle. Dude, he's going to kill me. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
I actually think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. he's recording Divest Fest, actually. He's a great sound engineer. But he was there and two other randoms. And they're all in this huge empty warehouse room with just chairs in a circle. And I was like, this looks like an AA meeting right now. So I go and I sit down. They give us iPods and they're like, all right, you're gonna go door to door and ask people if they're voting for Sarah Gideon. And I was like, who the fuck is Sarah Gideon?
Yeah.
And because I was not politically minded at the time. And
I'm not either. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, fuck it. Like, yeah, I'll do it. And it was, I don't know, but they're not gonna watch it, I guess. I was, I don't know. Like I'm never getting a canvassing job again. Right. I would go and I'd go to my ex-girlfriend's house. She lived at Husson at the townhouses. And I'd go door to door and I'd do the thing for a few hours. And then I'd just go and I'd sit at her house. And we'd just lay down and watch like stand-up comedy and hang out, and I would fucking
just be clicking all
because they don't track
doors.
You.
Yeah,
they'd be like, "Yeah, she's fucking dead. Like she wasn't there. She was dead." And I'd be like, "Yeah, this person
she moved.
So, and this person's definitely voting for Sarah.
Beware a dog sign."
Dude, I made like $600 in a week.
Yeah, me too, dude. It's nice, but dude,
Uh-huh.
I am.
Sorry, I'm like a fucking addict with coffee.
No, all good, man. Dude, that's a question I have for you, dude. Coffee or tea? Coffee or tea?
I love tea. I love tea, chai tea and shit. But dude, coffee.
Oh, chai tea.
I'm a coffee guy. I like.
You know what's good, dude? Chai latte. No, not chai latte. What's a boba? What's boba?
It's like it has the little like balls in it.
Yeah, what's that tea? Boba tea?
Yeah, just boba tea.
Is that? I think it's just sugar.
I think yeah.
It's not tea at all.
Good. It's just fucking sugar.
Yeah,
dude. Best chai tea thing. Like my friend works at Starbucks. My best. I've known him since I was like 6.
Yeah.
My best friend's name is Jake. Actually, we have a song. One of our songs, keep your head down, keep your nose clean. Don't ask Jake about me because he lived in the town as my ex at the time. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Hold on. Chai tea latte.
Okay, yeah.
So he works at Starbucks. And he's like, you got to try this shit. It was in the middle of summer. And I get it every summer, like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's an iced chai tea latte, but instead of apple juice, instead of milk, you haven't put apple juice in it.
Okay,
dude,
yeah.
And it's just iced chai tea with apple juice, and it tastes like a fucking apple pie, dude. But it's like summery and cinnamon, dude. It's fucking.
I'm trying it out.
Amazing,
chai tea
latte
with apple juice.
Iced though, the hot one tastes fucking gross. Iced chai tea latte with.
Can you just ask for it at Starbucks? Be like, yo, replace that milk with.
Yeah, I'm like, I would just, and then they're like,
would they be like, oh, what you? Yeah. How do you know?
Literally, so I went to the one in Bangor once, and the girl was like. She literally was like, really? And I was like, yeah, bitch, give me, like, that's what I want right now. Like, real. She acted all grossed out. But the next time I went, there was a different person working. And he went, yo. He was like, yes. He's like, that's the move. That's the one. And I was yeah, no. It's good. He makes a bunch of shit. Like, he just gets bored and he makes like a bunch of stuff all the time.
Yeah, dude. You got Starbucks at your disposal?
Yeah, Jake,
I'd be making stuff.
Whenever I go to his apartment, they'd give him like the sandwiches they're gonna throw out, the frozen ones. Yeah. And he filled my freezer once with just like Starbucks sandwiches.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Even those Danishes, you can sometimes see like, oh, dude, these are just packaged up.
Yeah, they're all frozen. No, all
these are like toys from China.
Secret. All that's frozen. That's no secret.
No secret at all. But still good as fuck.
But yeah, Jake.
I'll still put it down.
Jake, shout out Jake Warren. He's one of my best fucking friends, dude. He been through everything together. But this kid, so he lived in I don't know how much I should say. I had this girl, my like most serious relationship. Yeah. We lived together and shit. But so a couple of our songs are about her, and she knows, so it's no secret. Yeah. She knows.
No secret.
When our single came out, she messaged. It feels gross talking about it, but she messaged me and was like, "Song is pretty nostalgic, Joni," and I was like, "Yeah,
it's literally all about you."
Know, yeah, no, we're on really good terms. She's a good person. Like she's actually a really good person. We just didn't work together, you know.
Right.
But she's a good friend even still. But some of my songs are about some of the shitty things that happen between us. So one of our songs, there was a summer where we both had a bender summer basically, and Jake was living in the same town as her. Best friend, so I stay there all the time on his couch, and I'd get fucked up and go there. And we had a mutual friend that his roommate. We both knew his roommate.
Right.
He actually made our album art.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll show you it in a minute.
I love those collages you do for the posters.
That's my friend Emily, my roommate Emily.
Yeah.
Love her to death. She's a amazing artist.
Yeah, she is.
She also has some Her Campus articles. Check that shit out. Emily Roy does Her
on
Campus
Instagram?
articles. Yeah, Emily Megan Roy, I think is her Instagram. But she has she does art for us. She's just gonna do arts for some other bands. She's doing a t-shirt design. I'm getting t-shirts on Friday. I'm going to Brunswick.
Dude, if you need me to know, dude, if you we got t-shirts too for the campground that we make those.
Oh, you make them?
Yeah.
Do you have a thing to make some?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we got.
You have it here? Like
no.
You have a press in the camp.
Okay, yeah.
We'll talk about it after, because yes, actually, like definitely, I'm looking for more avenues. But taking a picture. But anyways, Emily does that.
Yeah, because we can design them any way you want.
Yeah, she makes these. She's an amazing artist. She does all kinds of stuff. She just writes articles. She's trying to set up a podcast kind of like this.
I want to, if I'm in a band, I want to make t-shirts to be like, I saw them right after they got out of rehab.
Yeah,
or something like that.
We had there's a band called Bad Move from the area. They're a hardcore band, and their frontman Ellis went to fucking. He was on probation.
What's his last name?
Hemingway.
Okay, no.
He went to jail or something for something, and then he was on probation, and then he like stole a Twinkie or some shit. It was something dumb. And then they're cool fucking guys, dude. We opened for them once. We were this little shitty punk band. We were all 17, and we opened for like these 3 hardcore bands. We were like, he said he plays baseball, and then like they came out, they're like, who want? Like, dude, it was heavy. But so they had these t-shirts that said he was at a concert and he lit porta potties on fire and like tipped him over and shit. Allegedly, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Dude, it was funny. It was crazy shit. But then he talked to him. He's like, "Hey, dude, that's so nice to meet you. Like, how are you?" Like,
yeah.
And they had all their merch was free Ellis. They would sell these t-shirts that was like free Ellis and shit.
Yeah.
And like, dude, they were cool. Like, I love shit like that.
Yeah, no, me too.
Ours is just it's us as frogs, because like we might have a song.
I saw.
We might have a song called "The Frogs" about nostalgia, because like we grew up in like swampy areas, so we always heard peepers at night and shit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have like a song.
Spring peepers are coming out.
We thought it would be funny. One of our favorite bands called Joy Again talked to us and gave us the idea. We met the show once at the Sinclair in Boston. And they were me and Gabe, and they were like, we're like, what are these shirts? Like, you don't have a song called What Lovers Do. And they're like, we thought it'd be funny if like, we released like the t-shirt with like our song, and people are like, what the fuck is this? And then when the song comes out, they're like, yo, that's the shirt. Like, I have that shirt. And that's what happened with us. So we thought that we're going to take that idea. Sorry, Joy again. We're going to take that idea.
No, dude. Taking ideas is how you make great ones.
So that's something I actually want to talk about a little bit, because we're going to have brown tan cream colored t-shirts that just have the frogs on them.
Yeah.
We're doing a limited run of those ones. And then we have another wave of them that are white, and they have like a cool border around the frogs and stuff. And those are just we're gonna get like a bunch. Anyone can get those, and those are gonna be a little cheaper. But the nice ones, they're nicer quality t-shirts. They're like professionally pressed and all this stuff. Those ones are a little more expensive, and we're doing like a limited run of those. And I don't think we're gonna sell those at shows. I think we're just gonna sell them like through like online and shit.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing that. That's coming out Friday. We're gonna make a whole commercial about it. It's gonna be dope.
That's awesome, bro. Music video and commercial.
Yeah, basically, yeah. What was it? Fuck, before t-shirts, Emily, she's making that shit. There was something important. Jake, the song. Jake, so he lived in Farmington, and my ex, my good friend, yeah. But she lived there, and we had, so the guy who made our art, Blue, his name's Blue. I almost wore the pants today. He handmade me these dope punk pants that have like lyrics all over them and stuff.
Oh, that is cool.
On our Instagram, there's pictures of him. And he knew her too. And he would go over there sometimes, and she would always like ask them about me and shit. And we were on bad terms at the time. And I just didn't agree with the shit she was doing. So I was like,
she would always ask Blue.
Yeah, and Jake, basically, yeah. So that's the song, is like, keep your head down, keep your nose clean. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask Jake about me, because I'm drunk as fuck too. I'm having, because like I was like, I know she's on a bender. I'm like sad about it. I was really stressed because I care about her, you know. So I was like really, really. It was not like a hate thing. Like none of the songs that sound like that. Because I was really worried. This is actually a good way to. Yeah, I was really worried that a lot of the songs that we have if they're about people and they realize they're about them, that they would feel bad. And like the last thing I want someone to do is feel bad. You know what I mean? So I was worried they'd be like, think it was like a hate song or I hate them or like I'm mad at them. But it was just in the moment. And if you fucking feel frustrated, that's just how it comes out. And it just happened to be directed at that.
It's I feel like I read a lot of music and it's really just obvious. It's obvious
unless they do something shitty. You know,
No.
really like fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
but even then, it's obvious. It doesn't really matter what it's about, but it's obvious if it was about something that happened that you actually feel so much towards, like a love song compared to maybe like just a song about I don't
like
know.
Heart Attack Man.
Yeah.
It has a
song that you're just making up a bunch of lies that maybe the like Weezer the lines don't go together, doesn't really mean anything. Like, dude, writing a song about the girl you love or
it's
like
different.
the dad that
and
left you or something like that.
Like the Front Bottoms, one of my favorite
Front
bands
Bottom. I went to
ever.
see them opening for Weezer.
Dude, me too. At the fucking pier,
we talked about this.
Yes,
we talked
dude,
about
that was one of the best fucking shows.
And it was for men down there. We're playing too.
Were they? Yeah, it was.
Just the lead man.
I think. Yeah.
The guy from Australia.
That's right.
Dude, the Front Bottoms.
Dude, the Front Bottoms is so good.
I remember when we first heard them, we were like, "Oh, Weezer, yeah!" Because it was like 8th grade for us, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then we were like, "Who is this band, the Front Bottoms?"
Dude, I actually, so my ex girlfriend knew them, and she had shown me them, and I was like, it blew my mind.
I was like, these guys fucking suck.
Dude, I fucking love them so much.
And then we went to see them, and dude, they grew on me like a tree.
They're like,
they are amazing.
So they have a song called Father, and it's not even, he ended up saying it's not about his story, it's something else. But he's like, I had this dream that I'm hitting my dad with a baseball bat, and he's screaming and crying for help. Maybe halfway through, that's more to do with me killing him than it ever did for them. So like that, but he's like talking about shit that happened to him. So I've struggled with that because like in one of my songs, like the voice is screaming in my dad's head. It's like,
dude, you kind of play like the Front Bottoms, or right? Like them a little bit.
I play, all of our songs are written on acoustic guitar. Once we get someone to play bass, we're gonna have Gabe.
Once you get me to play bass,
potentially, I'm gonna talk to you about that too. Because then Gabe can play electric rhythm, because some of our songs sound empty without electric, and then I'll play acoustic. Scariest part, that sounds very Front Bottomsy when we're playing it. It sounds like a mix of Front Bottoms and Nirvana when we're playing it, the way it's written, like on acoustic, like the way it's recorded, which that's actually getting remastered too, and that's gonna come out on the album.
Dude, so Front Bottoms, you know that song, You Were From High School, but no, not that song.
Like, but you were okay as a girlfriend.
That song was okay, but I was thinking about the ones that was like, you get left out of every plan they make.
That's what I have to do to be the only kid from high school.
Still in love with you. Yeah, dude.
Dude.
Some of his like writing is so powerful, because it's like, you know that feeling.
Yeah,
you know getting left out, but you love that
chick. And that's what I tried at, because like the whole point, and I
made relatable.
I made like a thing, like a promise to myself. It sounds fucking like dumb, but like in like when I first started writing music, first song I wrote was Daydream ever. We play it sometimes at our shows. It's really old, so we don't play it much. We have a demo on SoundCloud that I recorded. I played drums, guitar. It was before the boys joined the band.
Yeah.
It was me and a different kid. He played bass for a little while. Because I just needed. I was like, I need someone to play bass, and he's like, I got you.
Right.
And we ended up having a falling out and stuff. But yeah. So when I wrote that song, I was like, I want to make sure I'm writing music because A, it's like an outlet for me to express myself emotionally, and then B, I want people to feel less alone or feel like someone understands them, like I did with the Front Bottoms. Or I remember having a day where
that was huge, dude. The Front Bottoms.
That's why I connected, because like, dude, even just when he's like, and he says like dumb
some
stuff,
of the hardest times of my life.
I finally am what I am, a fucking bag of bags. Like that hits so hard for no reason. Like I'm like, I know what you mean. I'll like start crying in the car. Let's
talk about getting in our feelings, because that is so true, especially with the Front Bottoms.
What, music getting into feelings and stuff?
No, just the fact that, dude, the Front Bottoms you can relate to people that are struggling with whatever they're struggling with a lot even easier when it's like, damn, this music sucks, and this is not meant for anybody. But guess what? I am not anybody. You know what I mean? I'm struggling so hard, and this is perfect. You know what I mean? It emo. That is emo.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. What we're trying to do with Northeast emo. Like that's like, because so my dad actually said he's a fucking most supportive dad ever. Both of bands are. Yeah. My dad said something recently, like a week ago, and it hit hard, because I was like, yeah, like he's like, you guys are really fucking unique. And I was like, I'm worried, because I'm worried we're like just like I don't want to be another skate punk band. I want it to have like a lot of purpose and meaning. Like I feel like I love that stuff, but like like the front, like I don't want to be like the front bottoms. I don't want to be like Nirvana, but like I feel like when you create something new by striving to be something that you love and failing, and then you create, and Gabe told me that once, and I was like, that it just made sense. I was like, yeah, that made me feel a lot better about a lot of stuff.
And I mean, buddy, not to cut you off, but that's being pretty hard on yourself too, because you got to think like you're writing your own music and playing it.
Right.
A lot of other bands, actually all the other bands that you guys play with are just playing covers. And that's what I do too. The music I write, I can freestyle rap, and I freestyle rap in front of people, and I'll just not write songs, and I'll write songs as I'm playing them in front of people. And mostly country stuff that's super easy to write just on the spot and talk about people in the crowd. But really, to be writing your own music and your own style and your own taste, and being like, oh, that's spaced. Not, oh, that's Taylor Swift. Oh, no, this is spaced. Right. I can't look this up on Instagram or Spotify. This is their sound. This is who you're going to go see. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that a lot.
Dude, it's you guys are seriously like, I was so stoked when I saw you guys at first, because I was like, dude, this is the type of music. Not to put anyone else down, because dude, I love Skyline Drive. I love Sizzle.
Skyline Drive just came out with, he probably told you yesterday, but some original music, like they have an EP and they played at their shows. Their song Skyline Drives reminds me of old Brand New, like a lot, like the band Brand New, like and then Sizzle has some originals. Borzoi has some really fucking great originals.
I feel that a lot of the Orno bands are really good to not sticking to their niche, but say, for example, like a jam band, like the Orno jam band is Sizzle. It is Sizzle.
They are.
If you want to go see a 12 to 15 minute version of any song you want, with every solo you type,
and they're all such amazing,
and they're best friends.
I want them to.
They're best friends.
I want to be best friends with them. Like
me too.
I had a moment. I almost cried, dude. Trip's gonna hear this and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But yesterday I was hanging out with them, like all of them, like for the first time outside of a show setting. We were talking about Divest and shit, and Yoni was at Yoni's house, and I was like, yeah, like I never connected with people at House and much and stuff like that. And Trip was like, well, you have us now, man. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, I do. I love really?
Trip is
Am I
such a
that
good
cool?
Guy. Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love all of them. And
he's a wicked good guitarist.
Dude, all of them are amazing musicians. Like every single person in that band, all of the bands that we've been playing with. And I feel so fortunate to have met so many like amazing musicians.
Yeah, it's crazy because
and people, like I just love them as people. Like I genuinely love those people. Like I have a lot of like love for them.
Even like so what I was saying, like, dude, Sizzle is like Fish or Grateful Dead, where dude, they're having a good time. They're best friends. The energies between them is coming off, and you can feel it in the crowd too. That dude, they don't give a fuck what they sound like, because they're sounding good. None of these people give a fuck what people think. They're just having fun. They're all on the same page, all on the same wavelength, so much. And Skyline Drive is sweet. And they're gonna play exactly what you know and exactly what you want to hear. And they're gonna dance, and you're gonna dance, and they're gonna play some of their own stuff too. But they're playing. You see what I'm saying? They're playing hits. You guys are playing your music. You see what I'm saying?
No, I don't know. They're playing their music too.
They're playing their music too. They're writing their own music and stuff. But you guys are playing space music.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot. And that's the thing. We're trying to. I'm just worried. Yeah, I was just really, for a long time. It's better now. For a long time, I was really worried about being generic. I was worried about being just like another skater punk. You know what I mean? And
dude, I don't worry about that at all.
Our new shit.
I would not worry about that.
Our new shit's a whole different direction. Like the other night, we tested some of the new stuff out at the storm shelter the other night, and Josh Robinson's basement.
Yeah,
and that it felt so good to play.
Listen, Josh.
Yeah, it's so different.
There I go. Dude, there I go. There I go.
And like, it's like our new stuff's like more of what the direction we're going. Cause so Northeast Emo, my dad said it best. You have you have you talking to me. He's like, you have you on, you're doing like your like front bottomsy vocals, and you're almost like, because when I write lyrics, it's very much from a point of like Blind Melon, Jim Morrison, front bottoms, especially Kurt Cobain, like those types of like, I try to tell stories more, but through experience, I guess. And I'll even use other people's experiences sometimes. Like sometimes if I can't even think of an example. Like I
used to write raps about like, and one time I was like, dude, I'm gonna write a rap about me being OJ in the cop chase. You know what I mean?
Right. Using someone else's like or like the end of His House. I have a part, and it's recorded, but it's not released obviously, so it's hard to hear. But when I play it live, it goes first it says you're going to his house and I'm sleeping on my friend's floors. All the things that matter to me don't seem to matter anymore. And then over that, there's supposed to be other vocals that go, you were a constellation of sadness, made from all the regrets.
This
all
is
the
what you wrote?
yeah, all the things trapped underneath that you'll never let them be, or all things were made to be that you'll never let them see. About the same actually. But she just posted on her Snapchat story one day, and I was like working on writing the song and stuff, talking at the time. But on her story, she posted her co-star, the fucking like star sign shit.
Oh yeah.
The co-star is an app. Well, yeah, like co-star is an app that like gives you your like horoscope and stuff. And it said like you are a constellation of sadness. And I was like, yeah, she is.
That's
I was
cool.
like, so I used that, and I don't think she knows that. She doesn't definitely know that. But
dude, that is cool.
But so like I try to use other people's experiences sometimes. But my dad was like, you have your lyrical writing process, right? And then you have your he's like, you look like a mixture of like grunge and like this like hippie, like you have like long hair and shit, because that's my background, and that's just what I'm most comfortable with. And I like jam band type stuff, and I like melody, and I like the front bottoms, and I prefer playing an acoustic guitar over an electric any day. Always. I would way rather play bar chords on an acoustic and never touch an electric guitar. I mean, really? I love it. Yeah, really? I love it.
I used to be that way my whole life, and since this past summer, I love electric.
And I'll play
never going back.
I'll play it like bar chords, and I play power chords on acoustic, but I would rather play like Smells Like Teen Spirit cover, but on acoustic, and have Gabe play lead guitar on electric, and then have someone else play bass, and then have me play drums.
That's what we're talking about.
That's what I like.
Me too. I like that too.
And like,
I'd rather have an acoustic and electric than two electrics.
Always.
Yeah,
and
always.
In like Gabe, and then so you have that with me, and then you have Gabe. He's like, you have this like dude who's going for like classical guitar. He's classically trained to write music. He sits down and notates out his bass parts before he you know what I mean? And he'll play.
Gabe does. Gabe's a composer, right? That's what he's going to school for.
He's going for musical education with a focus on classical guitar. So he has to like do juries of classical and stuff, and he also can play trumpet, he can play bass, he can play fucking
he's a musician,
keyboard, fucking saxophone, like he's a xylophone in his room, dude. He's amazing. I look up to him like musically like so much. He's one of my closest I think he's like more of a brother to me than lately, because we live together and stuff. I mean, I have a close knit group of friends like Wyatt, Jake, Duncan, Josh, and Gabe, and like, dude, all of them are, like, brothers.
That's fucking awesome.
Brothers, but like lucky. Gabe has. He's like, just dude, he's seen me like cry more than any of my friends. Like we'd have a certain connection.
You can't take shrooms with someone unless you're willing to cry.
And I could with Gabe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, I digress. I love you, Gabe. But he has this like classical background, but he loves like metal and like Midwest emo and shit. And then you have Josh, who's like, and this is all shit my dad said. And then you have Josh, who is this fucking, like, when he plays, he makes this like mean mug, and he's like, he frowns harder than anyone I've ever seen frown. And he plays these like fucking like blast beats, and these like, he plays really intricate stuff too, like Midwest emo type stuff. But he also plays like, it's like Minor Threat and like fucking like Fugazi, like older Fugazi, like old hardcore shit. And like he just fucking like, he likes having China cymbals and shit, and you put that together and it makes something new. Like, and that's what we're trying to do. Like,
yeah, definitely.
And that's why we're calling it Northeast emo, because you have Midwest emo where it's technical and pretty, but it's like punk and stuff. And then you have grunge. So you have my grunge guitar playing, Gabe's classical like technical lead guitar and bass, and then you have Josh's fucking like caveman drums, and that it's something different, and that's what I want. And
dude, well, I feel that a lot of people a lot of bands sound exactly who they're trying to sound like.
I don't want
all the time.
Butch Vig.
Like, I don't want to say any bands, but like Led Zeppelin, like you can think of 4 bands off the top of your head. Perfect example. Perfect example. Yeah, sounds exactly like
they're
Led
great
Zeppelin.
Musicians, but
they're fucking cool, dude.
They're
Greta
cool.
Van Fleet's awesome,
cool, but they're like they're literally Led Zeppelin. You know what I mean? Like, and it's cool because Led Zeppelin's never gonna make music again. But it's not totally new. It has its place.
There isn't a single person that likes Led Zeppelin that listens to Greta Van Fleet that's like, oh, this is a new sound.
Yeah, exactly.
And we haven't heard this before.
I've never heard this. This is
dude. Yeah, but what was I saying? Yeah, dude, I totally agree.
I'm trying.
I mean, people, we were talking about this a couple days ago. My mother loves country music. Huge country music fan. Yeah, and my father's in a heavy metal band.
Oh, really? That's cool.
So cool. And he's a bass player for the heavy metal band.
So
yeah, so they write their own originals too, right? off of, you know, they got a bunch of influences like Motley Crue and
My dad loves Motley Crue.
Ozzy, and you know, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
it's really who they grew up with.
Yeah.
You know, but dude, labeling yourself a metal band, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Labeling yourself, this is what we play, dude. You know what I want to do one day? I was talking about this with Jay Wall. Like, I was getting so fucking sick of depending on people, and I am still in this point. I'm so sick of depending on people. I'm just gonna do it alone.
Yeah,
dude, honestly, people. Fuck doing it with people.
I could see you doing like a really, really awesome like acoustic like indie thing. You know what I mean?
I do it at the campground, and I'd say anybody that wants to play, come play. I'll just have the sheet music. You can, if you don't know how to play, then just turn down. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm gonna be playing. Dude. Do you see what I'm saying?
And that's what I ended up doing. I ended up just starting I started just at like 16. I just started calling bars, and I was like, I'm not of age, but can I just play? And they're like, there's a place called the Old Mill Pub in Skowhegan.
Same with me, actually, at Freiburg.
Yeah, dude, they were too. I was like,
Isaac always used to go there.
Really? Yeah, I've heard. He told me about that place.
And
the Old Mill Pub was like, yeah, they took it. I wasn't good. I could sing less. I could sing worse than I can now, which it was really bad.
Yeah,
it was literally like, and I would play front bottom shit. So I'd be like,
front bottoms. Of course.
I literally was like, I played Awkward Conversations. I remember that's how I closed my set. And it's like, I personally
think it's too
like,
cold.
It was so bad. I even played that one right when
You can make that sound pretty though.
I can now.
I
like playing.
I can live. Too. I think. I mean, it takes a little bit to make sound. Make front bottom sound like they're not like they're actually meant to be played.
But the way he sings,
is uncomfortably beautiful.
It's more emotional, I think, than singing pretty. I prefer that type of stuff over singing pretty and melodic. That's why I don't give a fuck.
This is actually, I got a quick question I meant to ask you. Because perfect. You're a perfect question for this, dude. So you know that high rock voice?
Oh, like, hey, mama said the way you move.
Oh, like I guess so. Yeah, dude. Is that
make you sweat?
Yeah, is that cool? Is that overrated, underrated? Like,
I talked to Gabe about this the other day because I was like, how funny. We had a joke. We were like, how funny. So we had two options. We were like, how funny would it be? We have a song called Axe to Grind, and we were like, how funny would it be if we either sang it like Led Zeppelin, like this line goes, in a world of hatred is this line. So we'd go, in a world of hatred or whatever the fuck. Or we could do it as like, we had this thing, we got obsessed with it. We were walking around our house and we're like, what if we sang it like Eddie Vedder? So we're like, you know, like, I can't even do
in a world of hatred.
I'm still alive. So we'd be like, in a world of hatred, or like the scariest part about Halloween or whatever. Overrated as fuck, I think.
You think so?
I think it's dope as fuck when Robert Plant or Eddie Vedder does it.
I think it's dope as
when
fuck.
Eddie Vedder does it, it's still like Dad Rock.
Even John Lennon does it at some points.
Does he?
Think about like
he kind of talks though. He kind of does like
Glass Onion, like
yeah,
a little bit.
He kind of does a front bottom thing.
No.
You're
right.
You have there's some merit to that, but he kind of does do like a Brian Stella front bottoms thing because he kind of is like, I am the Eggman.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
exactly.
Front bottoms does like, go Joe. Yeah, and then front bottoms does like it goes in out through the mouth, and you know what I mean. It's like the talking almost thing.
Talking, singing,
and that's kind of what I mean. When
I love talking, singing.
When I sing, that's what I want to play.
It's like cake.
Right. That's why I want to play with my acoustic guitar, because like when I'm just more comfortable with it singing, even because like when we play live,
let's talk about this.
I usually can't hear myself always because we don't have monitors and stuff, because like it doesn't really matter.
Oh, so we gotta get, if we're jamming, I'll get you monitors.
Because I sing from like my stomach, right? So like everyone sings from the diaphragm, but it's like different. Like I have really bad this is gonna sound like I'm just ripping off some Nirvana shit, but it's like genuine. I have like really bad ulcers. So I had a day. It's just lame as fuck. But when I was in middle school, we went to North Conway on a school trip.
That's where I'm from,
yeah. And we stayed there for 3 days. And the first night I had is that good?
Yeah, all good. I always am adjusting.
No, perfect. I had a caffeine overdose, which is fucking lame.
That's fucking awesome.
There we go. Basically we got there and I was like, this would be funny if we just like drank an absurd amount of like 5-hour energy shots. So I drank like 2 5-hour energy shots, 3 Red Bulls, a Monster, and like a 2 liter of Mountain Dew. And I vomited for like 2 minutes. Like, I couldn't breathe. I almost like passed out and suffocated and stuff. It was awful. I almost had to get my stomach pumped. And for like months after, I couldn't eat. I had to eat yogurt and stuff. I got ulcers. I got holes in my esophagus and stomach.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And it was really, really bad. And so then like it comes back sometimes, and I was fine for a long time. and I was learning how to sing for my diaphragm again. And then
dude, that
when
sucks, man.
my ex-girlfriend had a party, and I drank a fuck ton of Fireball. And I thought I was hungover the next day, but then it lasted for like a month, and I was like, shit. And it was like, if I slept with like my head too far back, I would like throw up.
Fucked.
I would wake up
You're
throwing
fucked,
up.
yeah.
And then recently I started drinking again more this summer. So it happened again. So now it's back. And like if I think about it too much, I could throw up at any given time. Like if I like went to the bathroom and thought about it, I could throw up.
Yeah.
Because my esophagus is just destroyed.
Dude, well, my girlfriend, when we first started dating, it was like, this is 5 years ago. We've been dating in a while. But friggin', I remember I was a huge pothead and in high school, and we were like, went to the gas station. We're just hanging out, you know, we're kids, sophomores in high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go on first date, whatever.
Yeah.
So we go to the gas station. We got one gas station in town, buy like fucking a 5-hour energies. We're putting them back. I'm like, let's smoke weed. You know what I mean? And she's like shaking. And I am too. I don't drink caffeine. You know what I mean? We're both like off the walls, future Adderall head in the making. You know what I mean? And then we smoke weed. And then she just, because I think it
freaks you.
That difference from being like wired to like really chilled out.
Yeah. She just freaked out.
Not freaked out, but it was something like that. She was shaking shit to throw up.
That's fuck, dude. It's not even like, dude, even drinking like
coffee. She didn't get anything as nearly as bad as you. That story is nuts.
Yeah, well, like even drinking coffee now, like this will fuck up my stomach in like an hour. Like I just like, I don't give a fuck. Like I've learned to live with it. And then if I eat like red like spaghetti sauce, like it fucks my stomach. My dad had the same issue, I guess.
Yeah.
But so when I sing, I always like, even at the storm shelter the other night, I usually have like a drink before I go on. But
just for that.
Yeah, to just loosen up and stuff.
I agree. Me too.
I just have a
one
good time
shot, one or two shots to get
shots tequila will fuck up my stomach really bad. So will vodka, liquor does.
I don't really drink hard liquor unless it's for that little confidence.
Yeah, and so but I halfway through the set will always get to a point where I'm about to throw up, like on stage. Like I always feel like I'm about to, and that's why sometimes between songs I'll stop and I'll be like, and I'll take a deep breath, and like, because when I sing, I can't help but like sing from where Kurt. It sounds stupid because Kurt always said I sing from where it hurts, and that's not what it is. It's like I sing, and I don't want to sound like that because I'm not like it. Just I sing from where, like my. Like literally where it feels like I'm gonna throw up is where I end up singing from every time. So I'm always like I'll be like I am and like on stage all the time. So like I sing from that, and I think that's why it sounds like a good mix of like talking and yelling.
Yeah.
But on stage, I want to sing more like the way I sing when I'm writing the song than I do on stage. I just have to be able to hear myself, because if I can't, then I'm just yelling, and then I'm gonna throw up all the fucking time.
Yeah, what I realized, this is why I love playing acoustic guitar, and I don't have an acoustic guitar that can plug into a PA system. I used to, you know what I mean, a patch cord. I used to, but the whole system broke, like they always do on the inside of the acoustics. And dude, playing live with an acoustic, you got the vibration all right on your on your vocal cords.
Because when I sing,
easy to match.
I sing from what I feel and my emotion. I have no idea like what note or key I'm singing in at all. I don't think about it. I don't think about that at all. I think about.
I don't think a lot of people do.
I think about how I know
we're very untechnical musicians.
I know some people who think that's weird though, and I think about how I feel. Like if I'm like one of our shows at OHOP, me and my this like person, like my ex, we broke up the night. We broke up like an hour before the OHOP show, and I was like a mess. And then we got on stage, and I was singing from like that place, so it sounded different, and like it's gonna sound. And I think that's normal. But like when I sing on stage, like if we're singing, why do I feel like scariest part? Like usually on stage, I'll have to take my headphones off. I'll get in my own head about it. But we go.
It might be easier with your headphones on.
If I hear myself, I get all self-conscious.
Really?
I'm a mess. But no, I go on stage. I'll go. The scariest part about Halloween, and I'll like yell it like that. But when I'm singing it live, like in the studio, I'm like, and now I know the scariest part about Halloween. Monsters hiding under your bed, and it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But live, it's just like I'm just yelling how I'm feeling in the moment. So it's totally different.
People aren't really listening live, believe it or not.
No,
they're feeling it live.
Right.
Exactly.
And like that's what I
feel that speaker hit them.
Exactly. And that's what I care about. But I want to convey the emotion properly. And like I'm excited to be able to play acoustic guitar is my point. I'm excited to be able to play my acoustic guitar. Like I'm excited. I just got a new one. I have I have more acoustic guitars, and I take care of them more, and like babies.
Yeah, dude, like I said, I playing live with an acoustic guitar, I can really hit that high note. Not that high note as in but like just like hit that octave to where I can find that key.
I think you can more.
It's a lot easier than electric guitar because it's a solid body and you can't feel the strings.
Well, you hear the notes better because you're not focused on the distortion or how cool it sounds or the effect of it. You can't like it's almost. I like acoustic guitar because I feel like I can't fuck around. Like I feel like I can't because if I am playing electric, like I'll play whatever. Like when I play
monitors are huge too.
When I play
I can't believe you guys don't have monitors.
Because I'm playing from how it feels, so it doesn't matter usually. You know what I mean? Because I'm not thinking about how I'm sounding. I'm just playing from how I feel.
Have you ever played with monitors?
Oh yeah. I hustle do all the time. And it's fine. I actually try not to listen. This is a fucking just weird fact, but there's a muscle in your ears called a tempora tympani, and if you some people can flex it. They don't know why really. It's just something that like if you it's like you can it's like you're plugging your ears, and I can do it. I can like if I go like I'm doing it right now, like I can do it, and it's like plugging my ears. So it like if Josh is playing drums, I can like literally, and you're flexing the muscle over your eardrum to protect your eardrum. So I do that sometimes when I'm practicing to protect my hearing, and stuff like that. Not intentionally, like it's not like it's a weird strategic thing. But I like find myself when we have monitors doing that because I genuinely don't like how my voice sounds. Like if I when we're recording in the studio, I don't listen. Lately it's better, but for a long time I wouldn't listen back. Ryan, the girl who's recording our album, Ryan Lemieux, she was like, do you want to listen back to it? And I was like, no, if I listen to it, I'm going to hate it and I'm not going to like it.
Be a perfectionist.
So I was like make it, add some compression, do it, send it to me, we'll release it. Like that's what we'll do. I can't hear. I have a guy named Ezra Jones as well. He is the one that edited our Scariest Part song.
I feel like I know him too.
He's cool.
There's not many Ezras.
Right.
It's a sweet name.
Yeah. He lives in Rhode Island right now. Awesome guy. He has his own music out. Definitely check it out. Ezra Jones. But he was my vocal guy. Cause I would literally just send him the vocal stems and I'd be like, edit this, make it sound good. I'm like, don't auto tune anything. I don't want anything like that. Like don't edit it like that, but add compression, add whatever, EQ it, do whatever the fuck you would do to it, send it back. And that'll be fine. And I won't listen to it because I get in my own head too much. Even like listening to like our vocal recordings and stuff. I'm like, I can't, like I just, or our demo recordings. Like I don't know why I don't like it, but, or like my vocal, like listening back to my lyrics sounds really cringy sometimes.
Yeah. I even hate watching these back because it's like,
genuinely, that's why I never released the podcast episodes because I couldn't.
Oh, you never released them?
No, because I couldn't stand listening to my voice, and I gave them to someone to edit, and then that took forever, and someone else has them to edit now. But I feel really bad. I had Jen and Ben from Midnight Breakfast. I had Nate Ellsworth from Fish Lab. I had the guy. The band doesn't. They're called the Karubas. They don't exist anymore. But one of my friend Ben is in it. And I never did anything. I feel actually really bad about it because they were pretty excited and I was really excited. And sorry guys. That sucks.
Dude, get him on here.
Tell him. Definitely. Ben probably would. He's in Yoki and stuff. But yeah, I have like a weird thing about it. It's like I have more like
you're a perfectionist. There's nothing weird
it's
about that.
It's not about like self-conscious, like in that way. It's just like I just don't I have a lot of anxiety about it. I think I just want it to be, I want it to be good enough for like when I'm releasing something, I'm like, it has to be good enough so that people, like it. Like, I feel like it's what the people that are receiving it deserve. You know what I mean? Like if you make art, I want, like, I'm conveying how I feel, but I want them to accurately receive the emotion and the message I'm trying to convey. And B, I want them to have a good time with it. I want them to enjoy it, whether it's a podcast or a painting or anything. So I just have trouble where I don't release things unless I think it's perfect.
Me and Jaywell were talking about that yesterday. We were saying, oh, you want to write song like Nirvana? And we keep going back to this, but how Nirvana is like maybe, okay, Jaywell was saying, you got to write songs for other people. And I kind of see what he's saying a little bit. And I think we were talking about Nirvana and say how Nirvana wrote songs for themselves and maybe those are the songs that Nirvana likes, but they're not really the songs that everyone likes. But they definitely maybe they did, who knows, wrote songs for other people. Also, by the way, rip Taylor Hawkins for Foo Fighters.
Yeah, that's really
crazy.
Genuinely fucked me up. Yeah, I was watching their last,
but you know what I mean a little bit, right?
Yeah, about the writing thing.
Yeah, like
so
you kind of have to write it for other people.
We write music that we would want to hear.
That's what I like. Yeah.
First and foremost, we write music that like I've literally had moments from like, man, I wish there would be cool if this song went like this, like, or I'll be like having a song in my head that's like, and I'll be like, oh shit, that's not a song, like that's like something I just made up, and I'll be like, whoa, that was cool, and I'll like have it in my head and almost like have it stuck in my head, and then I'll be like, that's what happened with Slide Off, our newest song, the riff, and I was like, that would be, I thought it was a Car Seat Headrest song, and I was like, that's a good song, and then it just became one of ours because you know what I mean, like, because it's something we would enjoy, like it's something that I would want to listen to, or like I'd have on my playlist or whatever, or like put on in the car and shit. That comes first. I think it's, for me, it's a little more selfish. Like I
agree. I said the same thing to Jaywall. Like when I go out to, if I'm playing at OHOP or at the pub or wherever I'm playing at the campground, wherever, I'm going to be playing music that other people want to hear. But if I'm going to be writing music, it's going to be what I think is cool.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And yeah, like, so we do that too. Like we were like, it goes back and forth because we were like, we should put a cover in our set. So we had End of the World because I'm like, I fucking loved that. Was a song that growing up I would my mom bought me this little karaoke thing.
Is it The End of the World as We Know It?
Yeah, by REM.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's fucking awesome. I would have loved to hear that.
Excuse me. She got me this little karaoke thing that I always use like every day, and she got me the movie Chicken Little.
Yeah. She
got me the soundtrack to that, but it was a karaoke thing.
Oh, that soundtrack is so good. One Little Slip.
Yeah, and it had that song on it, End of the World. So growing up, I like memorized it, and she bought me she had this little tape recorder that had like cassettes in it, and I would like sing into it to see how I sounded and like sing along and like record it and stuff. Like I was like 10, no, I was like 6 when this was happening. We lived in Harmony. I was like 5 or 6, and when we were like, we should do a cover, I was like, we got to do this. I was like, please, guys, and they were like, it's so boring. It's boring to play because it's 3 chords, but like it ended up sounding really cool, and we call it spacifying. So we add in, we spacified it. It's like this little, it's something we always say. And we add in this like bass thing in the middle. And then I yell, it's time I had some time alone. And like, yeah, it's just, it sounds really cool. We recorded it. It's going to be on our album. We're going to release it.
Hell yeah, man. When's your album coming out? A little promotion here.
So here, I'll pull up, oh, my phone's off. I'll show you after the thing. We have our album art's done.
Dude, I wish you could get a little sneak peek on the podcast.
I have my whole hard drive with me.
Well, another day.
Yeah.
Jonah, this won't be the last time you're on the podcast.
No.
You're a great caster.
You are too. You are. Yeah. This is cool. This is really cool. So it's gonna be, I don't know how much I should say. We haven't talked about our game plan for like release, and we have, though, to a degree. So we're thinking we're gonna have a single come out, and the B side of the single will be a cover, a spacified cover. So it'll be like an EP. So it'll be called I Feel Fine, or It's Fine. It's going to be I Feel Fine, I think. And it's going to have,
I think that because then people immediately think of the Beatles, which is like a good upbeat song. Yeah, I like that.
We have our song and the song we're covering both ends with I Feel Fine. And we didn't mean it to be that way. It just, our song Home. Each day starts with a bloody nose, Missouri stain on my clothes, and my childhood home. And then at the end, I yell, I feel fine. So we're thinking about doing that as a single, releasing the B-side with a cover.
And that's fine.
Right, and that's fine.
What's that song?
I can't remember. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's a No Effect song.
It's not Linoleum. It's
that's fine.
I know. Yeah. And so I think we're gonna do that, and then we'll release an album.
Linoleum's so good.
And it is a good song. But I think we are going to change our name at some point. And that's like, I've never talked about that publicly, really. We identify with spaced right now. And it means a lot to us. It means like we have a song coming out that's called Spaced. And I've been feeling spaced. I've been feeling suspended in animation. All the things all the things I've kept to myself are bubbling up. That's a part that said, and it goes, and then we rip off a Front Bottoms line because they ripped off a Built to Spill line. Yeah. In the end of
dude, ripping off stuff that you know and love is not ripping off.
It's out of
stuff.
Love. That's the thing. Yeah, it's completely out of love.
If it's out of love, it's not.
But it's
ripping off anything.
They have a line that's meant more to me than like any song really I've ever heard, and it's so simple. But so they have a song where they it's the one that fuck, what's it called? It's one that starts off. It goes, I fucking hate the comments. What do you feel? You have to talk. Nobody asked for your opinion. You're 6 head away jerking off. Everyone, you think you're better than. Yeah. So that ends, and they go they rip off In the Morning by Built to Spill.
I'm sorry. That's the name of the song? I'm sorry.
Something like that. But no,
that's the one you put on you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's that song. But at the end, they rip off a Built to Spill song called In the Morning, and they go, oh fuck, I can't remember now. In the morning, do do do. When my mind is uncertain, my body decides what it will do to get through this hell of a night. So they totally, so I was like,
they totally tore it off.
So Gabe and me were like, we should just take their thing. He's like, fuck it, let's just do their thing. So at the end of the song, over it, it goes, it'll go, nothing matters, the importance of nothing. Nothing matters, the importance of nothing. That's what she taught me while I was barely listening. That's how theirs goes. So we just are going to say nothing matters, the importance of nothing. That's what Spaced was about. Like that was like, so it started off with me and this other dude named Jordan. And it was a band that I wanted to start called Supermoon because I had this moment where there's a supermoon at night. It was this whole thing. And then I was like crying. It's this weird night. And then
cry. You're not allowed to
cry right now.
Let's get into our tears.
And then so then we were talking like space, space, moon, super moon, this and this, and then he's like spaced, and then he was really high, and Jordan wasn't. I was like, oh, spaced, like that's it, because we are like high. That was, and it started as that, but then it became then it ended, and we grew up a little bit. Josh and Gabe joined the band, and it kept it spaced because that's what we were doing. And then we had talked about changing the name then, but we didn't. And then we started to all identify with it, but now it became what I just explained, like feeling like you're not going anywhere in life, or feeling stuck, or feeling like you can't get past your depression or anxiety or emotional issues. You feel like you can't get past your trauma, whatever you've been through in life, just feeling stuck in it all. And I'm just like you're stranded in space. You can't fucking, no matter what you do, you're not going to affect the direction you go in. Like if you're in space and you try to walk or move your arms, you can't swim. You can't, you know what I mean? No matter what you do, you're not going to influence the direction you're going in. And that's kind of what it was about. And like, so, and that means a lot to us still, but we don't, as people, as friends, as a band, so much has happened, good and bad, that we don't I
feel that way anymore.
We don't know. We feel that way. I definitely feel that way, but we just don't identify as people as Spaced, I think.
Yeah.
So, and there's also a hardcore band that just popped off from New York called Spaced. Fun fact, we started in 2018.
They just started.
They started last year, and they just used the name. And we have like proof that we were on Instagram and on SoundCloud. We had a release as Spaced first. So we could prove it in a court of law, because copyright law now isn't that you have to file a copyright. It's that you own the intellectual property the second you create it.
Yeah.
If you can prove you created it first. But I fucking actually like their music. I actually like their music a lot. And they just got on a bill with Story so far. And we were like, you know, if it was a race to see who could blow up first, they kind of just fucking did it. So like, or not Story so far.
That's honestly what it matters. It's not who came up with the first, whoever got remembered first.
So we were like,
not that.
But my dad being my dad, I told him, he's like, fuck those people, fuck those guys. He's like, fuck them. He's like, you don't need those guys. No, it's yours. Like, fuck them. Like,
you do a great dad impression.
Yeah, dude, that's how we talk. It's not really how he talks. You're not that gruff. Yeah, but he was like, fuck those guys, buddy. So we were like, but then we got talking, and something we do identify with is Josh's cat, and which
I love it.
Kind of ripping off
Sizzle. Yeah,
I met Sizzle yesterday. The cat, Sizzle the cat,
the one-eyed cat,
fucking cat, dude.
Dude, it's like a puffball.
Dude, I love him so much. Yoni's cat, dude. But no, so he and we didn't even know Sizzle was named after the cat when we thought of this, actually. But so Josh has a cat. Josh I don't want to speak for him, but Josh and his ex-girlfriend. Josh went through a really hard time, and he got a cat around the same time. And the cat,
Josh is your drummer, yeah?
Yeah, my best friends. Yeah, the cat has kitty Down syndrome, basically, like literally, like he's died, like he's the cat. The cat's not like mentally well.
Yeah,
and like he'll just like kind of bounce and like run into walls sometimes. But this is like not my words. This is what the people said. Like they're like, he has kitty Down syndrome. You need to make sure you do this for him and take care of him, blah, blah, blah. But he was in a trailer that was overrun with cats. Yeah. And all of the cats were named after serial killers. And it was kind of a sketchy fucking place. And I think
that's a cool song to place to write about.
So we might have a song called Nico.
Cat Trailer.
That'd be a good name.
Yeah.
So, but the cat was Hanny, after Hannibal Lecter. His dad and mom was Dahmer and Gacy. So we were like, he's like, no, I'm taking this cat. The cat also is double pawed. It's the most unique fucking cat, and he'll just like curl up in your arms. So he made Josh feel a lot better. And then me and my ex, the one I was talking about earlier, had all this shit happen and moved back in with my parents. And I had a lot of other really, really, really fucked up stuff happen that summer. So I was just in a bad place, but I would stay at Josh's a lot. and Nico, the cat, Nico, would sleep on my chest and like really was just with me. And I got really fucking high one night, I remember, and I just like held him and he just like cuddled me all night and shit and gave me like this like love that I needed at the time that I like wasn't getting, his cat.
Yeah.
And then Gabe and him are just like little fucking buddies. Like he's just like his little buddy. So we were talking about maybe changing him to Nico. Nico, Nico, because we make up this person. I feel like as a band coming together, the songs we write, we use other people's experiences and our own experiences.
And ICO,
and it's like we're almost writing about this
the model that was in Velvet Underground.
Yeah, exactly. And we're like, that's one thing we were worried about because that's already someone's, you know.
No, dude, no, it's not a band.
But it's like we're coming together.
No one thinks of her. No one thinks of her.
We're coming together and creating this new, unique person with their own experiences through our combined experiences as people in a band to create this one new entity called Nico. You know what I mean? And like, especially with like a lot of our new songs and what they're about, and they're about a lot about really like deeper things. Like one is about a unconsensual experience one of us had when we were 12, and it's called Slide Off, and it goes, did I say I'm fine with it? No, nothing at all. And
yeah.
It's really
just deep.
Yeah. And then we have one called Just Lust. It's like, I think I love you, maybe it's just lust. Like it's just like, because I fall in love easy.
Me too.
When I meet someone and I start to like them, if we're vibing well and shit, I'm like, I love you. Like,
yeah.
So like, we that it's kind of about that, because there was people where I was like, I would get attached to someone and they're like, I thought we were just like hanging out, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
yeah, 100%.
More intricate, deep subjects than like, he said, he plays baseball.
Musicians,
he said he wants to kill his class. It's a little more than that now,
buddy. Musicians feel things deeply.
I
don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I think people who feel things deeply become musicians because they need an emotional outlet, or else they're gonna fucking either combust and kill themselves, or they're gonna, you know what I mean? Like,
I felt like that when I was depressed too. I felt like I just felt everything. I was a pussy. Like, not that I was a pussy, but I was just.
Think it's valid to feel how someone feels regardless of it. You know what I mean? Like,
but you know what I mean.
More
or less, like
you feel weak. You feel it's not fun.
You just feel like you don't belong.
Not to get deep, but like I had in high school, I had really, really bad depression and anxiety, and I had suicidal tendencies, and it was pretty bad. And I got out of it. I've come so far from it, and I did what I had to do. I went to therapy. I learned how to meditate. Actually, was a big thing. Not truly, not like not, you know, but I learned how to have
just be in touch with yourself.
Yeah, and I would meditate. I literally he would do guided meditation with me and stuff, and that would help. But that's when I really started playing guitar as a passion. Was around that time, and it got me out of it. It became I didn't realize at the time, but it became an outlet. And that's when I started writing songs. And I would write a new song every day. I would write just like a chord progression, and like the way I write songs is I'll play something that I like, and I'll just start talking and singing over it and like yelling. And that's how kind of the first lyrics, like His House, I go dun 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 dun. And I was playing that, and I was just like da 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 da.
Yeah, and it builds off.
You're going to his house, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I would build off of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But my writing is truly from a place of just like what comes out. And sometimes I realize things about myself. I just like started playing, and I was like, I will keep quiet as I'm walking up the stairs, just in case someone else is playing with your hair, and I'll keep my nose clean.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? As I'm trying not to care because you're puking, and like I'm like, oh,
dude, writing is so. Gets you in touch with yourself.
And that was an experience I had that I didn't think was still bothering me, but it just fucking came out, and I was like, oh, like that's what I need to get out on stage. Like that's what I need to yell about. Like it's just something to yell about.
Yeah, dude, no doubt.
Just something to yell about.
Writing, dude, we could talk about that all day. Writing is a super dude, it's like a super thought.
One of my a really
you can really like get in touch with what you're thinking, how you're thinking, how to build that thinking to where it's not negative, to
where it's cohesive enough. And like I even met and even outside of music, like I met this person recently, and I've gotten really, really close with her, and she is an amazing artist, like paints and shit, super unique. I really wanted to do some of our paintings for our band, for our album art. But she like is someone that I know that like writes things down, and like I have a lot of friends. Gabe, I know, writes things down, and
I'm the same way.
Like they don't write songs, you know what I mean? Like they don't. It's not like it's like a song. It's like just writing down your experiences and like how you're feeling. Like I think that's so important.
Yeah,
I think that's so important. And
writing things down. Even, dude, like I've been trying to get into stand-up comedy lately.
I have a notes app thing filled with stand-up comedy bits that are just obscene.
Sick, dude.
I just got drunk and stood on a bench in downtown Portland once and just like yelled them all. Like, yeah, dude, they're pretty fucked up, dude.
Dude, I love it. We're gonna have to have another bit about that, dude. But like I was saying,
yeah, sorry,
dude, just 5 minutes, you'll be walking down the road and be like, dude, damn, that grass looks funny, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking grass are like protesters. They're just a bunch of little, dude, people fucking growing up a bunch of these trees, like you're just like high thinking.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I can just write this little down.
Yeah. just thinking high shit, like grass is protesting.
Dude, I don't fucking know.
I like
but you know what I'm saying for the most part. It's like, dude, those little thoughts that you don't even think that you think about that are just weird.
My
or it's
therapist, my most recent one, I saw her twice because I made her cry, so I stopped going.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, it was actually pretty fucked up. I just went off about I just like trauma dumped on her, and then I was like, and that's not even a mention that like my grandfather killed, just this whole thing,
just being crazy.
And then she just started, she's like, I'm so sorry, and she like started crying, and I was like, oh, never mind.
Now I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. But
damn, I'm so fucked up.
yeah, I was like, whatever, like I can talk because I got through my shit, so I can talk about it now. But she just wanted to know everything, so I was like, yeah, this
dude,
is
if you ever need to talk about it, dude, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think no, I'm not saying that you need to. Right?
No, I know. Yeah, so
spill it.
So my how fucked it would be. I don't think my dad would want me to say it.
I don't. No pressure. Nothing weird like that. But I definitely dude, having real conversations and like we were saying, having real thoughts and writing and dude, just really playing with your emotion, not playing with your emotions, but playing to your emotions on guitar, maybe
playing from where it in Kurt's words, playing from where it hurts, really. And he meant his stomach because his stomach was fucked up because he had a specific illness. But like,
well, he also was like a heroin addict.
Yeah.
That was trying to cover a lot of memories.
He sang from where he physically hurt. I sang from where I'm gonna fucking throw up, and that's like the bane of my existence is my stomach issues.
Yeah,
that is it's the same situation literally, but it's like I sing until I feel like I'm gonna throw up, and I feel like that's like a great metaphor for like. You sing from like your emotional hurt, you know what I mean? Obviously, like, that's like a given, but I feel like there's something more to it than that. Like you sing from like what you know and what you feel like constantly. And like you said, that's what I was gonna say. That therapist though told me everyone has. She said the exact number. It was like 2,700 and whatever intrusive thoughts a day. It's like thoughts that you're not even registering that you're thinking. They just pop in like, oh, what happened if that person fucking died right now? Like, you know what I mean? Like random shit.
Right.
Like, just whatever it is. Like things that people don't even say out loud. Like, I wonder what happened if this like fucking kid got kidnapped in front of me. Like, what would happen? Like, what would go down? You know what I mean? Like,
there's so much that you think that you would never want to say.
But you don't even think that you say it. Or you don't even think that you think it. It just comes in and goes. It's like,
and you're like, yeah, that's not even crazy. Like, oh, that dude looks like a pedophile. But you don't even,
dude, or like, anything.
Don't even like think it. You don't say it. And maybe you're just like, And
that's why when you're high, I feel like you just say things and you're like, well, I just said that out loud because like you're not like thinking about and like those intrusive thoughts, like if you can somehow harness those, which is what I try to do, and write them down and be like, and make it cohesive. That's why people relate to them because they're like, oh yeah, I guess that is how I feel, or oh yeah, like that is like or even just use it as a metaphor for their own experience because when they hear it, maybe like they don't actually want to hit their dad with a baseball bat while he's screaming and crying for help. You know what I mean? But that means something to them. It meant something to me for sure. Like I was like maybe he's like, yeah, dad, no one's perfect, but maybe you're pushing your luck, and you know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like it's just it means something to you, but they're saying the shit that they wouldn't usually say out loud. Because they're writing from where it hurts. They're writing from what they know.
Yeah, you can't just talk it. You can't just talk it.
Right.
Unless you're the front bottoms.
And they're writing, unless you're the front bottoms. But they're writing from their like intrusive thoughts. So they're writing from or like when Jim Morrison wrote while he's tripping on acid, that's just everything in his brain that he's visualizing and putting out. You know what I mean? Like the end. Like this is the end.
Yeah.
That song. Like that's all like he was high as fuck. And he just wrote like this beautiful poetic piece that means so much to so many people. But to him, it was just his intrusive thoughts just coming and going.
Yeah.
And he
Nothing
put it
wrong with that.
And he put it together and it meant something. So like, I think like that's what I'm trying to do is like sing from what is genuine. I think that there's such a lack of genuinity, whether it be in like punk, pop, hip hop, like there's just a lack of like people being genuine and actually talking about what they know, and it's just like, this is something people will think is cool.
It's easy to tell, like I was saying earlier, like with Paul McCartney, like he was saying, like when you're writing something, like when you're in love with a girl and you're writing about a girl that you love, that song is going to be far better than if you're just writing about a cowboy that you're making out from Arkansas who stubbed his toe on a coffee table.
Marty Stevens is good, but like, and that has its place and shit.
I'm not saying that's
no. I know. That it has its place for sure, and it's cool shit. But it's just something about like the Front Bottoms hits me different in like
Jersey, right?
Yeah, Asbury Park, I think. Hits me in a way that's just like, it really touches my like soul. Like and it sounds stupid, but like it just like I feel like it understands me and I understand it. It's a cohesive thing that I'm like digesting.
Me and you are a lot
like
alike.
Food almost.
Me and you are a lot alike.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna do another podcast.
Definitely.
Buddy. Yeah.
It's just like I want people to be able to digest our music like food and internalize it and like make it mean something to them.
Listen to it 100 times and pick out something different about it every time.
And not in a way that I want them to like what I do. Right. And it's like I don't want them to necessarily like what I do. I want it to like I want it to make them feel like it makes their life better, or like change them or understands them when they're sad, or like you're going to his house and I'm fucking sleeping on my friend's floor because our breakup made me spiral into a mess. And like, I want someone to be like, yeah, like I am sleeping on my friend's floor because all the things that matter to me don't fucking matter anymore. Like, obviously they don't matter if you're treating me like that. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like, it's just
dude,
like,
it's true.
Yeah. Or it's like, she said, say cheese, show me your teeth. How did I read it? Oh, fuck, I didn't remember my own lyrics. She said,
you're giving away all your lyrics.
Yeah. She said, say cheese, show me your teeth. Just sit there and smile. Your crying isn't making this easy. Like, cause like that's something that happened. She was literally like, she's like, your crying really is making it hard to break up with you right now. And I'm like, I'm fucking sorry for how I feel then. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
what the fuck?
Like, sorry that and then I go, and then the next line is, and I'm so sorry you have problems with honesty. This is just how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that someone hears that and is like, yeah, like, fuck that bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want it to make a difference. I don't want to do this shit that's just this like
normal. Just generic.
No, I don't even care about that. I just don't want to. I'll do whatever if what I'm feeling and what is genuine and what we're doing and feeling is genuine. If what that is just normal, that's fine. Like, I don't give a fuck as long as we're doing what we actually are.
Definitely.
And like that's what matters most to me, is that we're doing what we actually are.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's like, I got really passionate about that. Sorry.
Dude, no. I love it. You've been a great guest because you have been passionate. A lot of people will come on here and be like, fuck shit. What are we talking about?
What's the deal with hedgehogs? Damn.
Yeah, buddy. Like the weather is so bad right now. Dude, so I had this guy on. We got to finish this up after. But I had this guy on a couple weeks ago, and we haven't released the podcast. So I'm not going to say any names. But, dude, he was the king of talking about nothing. Really? He was the king of talking about nothing. Dude, he would just be like, these gas prices are dog shit, huh?
It's the president's fault, brother.
It's the president's fault,
brother. It's the president's
See the weather,
brother.
Oh, the weather's so bad lately. It's cold. I hate the cold weather.
So we talked.
No, not at all.
He talks like a fucking hog, brother.
No, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of
stickers on gas pumps, brother.
Dude, that is funny. Honestly, those are funny. That I've seen the Biden ones. I think there were Trump ones too, but.
Yeah, I don't.
Morons. All of them are fucking morons.
Yeah, I don't.
If you've watched my previous episodes,
I haven't yet. I have to be honest. I started watching the J Wall episode.
Oh
night.
Yeah,
last night, and I passed the fuck out.
Dude, yeah, me too. I did. Dude, I'm politically homeless. To say the least.
Yeah. I feel you.
Fucking politics, bullshit. All right. We love you if you listen this far. We actually love you.
Yeah, that would be dope. I hope for like, I hope this pops up, like your podcast pops off, dude. This is cool.
Dude, I hope your band pops off
because
I'll be jamming with them soon, and I want to be like, yeah, motherfucker.
Definitely.
I played bass with these guys once.
Yeah,
turn up the radio.
Right. Exactly.
95.9. Like, oh shit.
Maybe we'll have you come on and play like bass for like a show. You have to learn the songs.
Fuck yeah. Oh no, dude. I'll go up there and know none of them.
That's what Gabe and Josh. The first time we ever played together, they came up on stage and we were like, we need a drummer and a bassist and or a guitarist. They came up and just they played the songs once. We played every song once and the dress and the
was it just you before?
Me and Jordan, this kid named Jordan, he played bass, but it was just me. And then they came up on stage the day of the show at soundcheck, played through the songs once, and then that night we played the show.
Right, dude, that's awesome.
We actually went really
good. Everyone's like that too. If you're a musician and you're singing and playing guitar, like
you can figure it out.
Both me and you do.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of people that are like, I play. And it's like, all right, then play with me tonight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Do you come up, exactly.
And that is a deal breaker. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it's like, dude, you could play guitar, but the whole nother skill is playing with people.
Yes,
and playing in front of people.
Yes,
and those two, especially playing with people. That is what you need to be in a band.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're like Bob Dylan or something.
You could be an awesome
John Mayer or whatever, but you still need to figure out how to play with a band. Like
play with people, or exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, but anyways, we love you. If you've been listening this far.
Yeah.
Jonah is gonna be back on soon.
Yeah. Check us out on Spaced_official on
it's up here.
Camera's up here. Oh yeah, Spaced_official on social media. And everything. Gabe just took over our Twitter. He's gonna be shit posting like constantly.
Fuck yeah, dude. Tell him to shit post this.
We'll do a whole.
Be like, dude, yo, fuck you, Manny Baptista.
Manny Baptista, you fucking
eat a dick. Yeah, dude. And I'll be like, yo, dude, I'll see you drilling oil in Texas. Like, I'll kick you in the ass, kid. And then it's gonna be like huge beef.
We should, if you're on Twitter, yeah, absolutely. And
I'll be like, yo, Buzz Boy, play me on 2K.
And then I run the Instagram, and I announce shows through there all the time. I'm actually working on booking some stuff today. There's a band that we're trying to play with. That if we
show up at Divest Fest too. But yeah.
Oh my God. So Divest Fest. I know we have
and OHOP every other Wednesday.
Sometimes, yeah. Divest Fest, come to that. Divest Fest is gonna be fucking awesome. There's gonna be like henna tattoos. There's gonna be like band's gonna have merch. There's gonna be a big wall for people to do art on. It's gonna be all day. It's gonna be a whole. Dude, it's gonna be amazing. Like this is like bum stock, but and it's to fucking it's to support Divest, divestment of fossil fuels.
Actually, I don't think we actually have talked about that at all.
Yeah, no,
you just said Divest.
Divest. It's to raise awareness for the divestment of fossil fuels for UMaine campuses, and
all college campuses,
and all college campuses. Yes, and that's the point of Divest Fest, is to raise awareness for that. The bands are a fucking plus. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna make music. We're gonna make beautiful. There's some fucking amazing bands there. Come out, support the cause. There's gonna be a donation bucket. Definitely donate if you can. Tickets I think are like $5,
$10.
$10. Yeah, it's
but there's a limited amount. I haven't bought mine yet.
Yeah, but everyone should buy their tickets. They're on. I have on our Instagram. There's a link to our website and it has Divest tickets on it.
Okay.
And then we are playing a Bangor Arts Exchange this Saturday, April 2nd, with Random Ideas and Borzoi. It's our first headlining show with tickets and shit.
Is this Saturday?
This Saturday.
Dude, actually my girlfriend's coming up. Oh,
get everyone you know.
How much is it? $12 at the door?
I think so, but you can buy tickets online. We've only sold
I was so bummed because on my birthday I went out and met a bunch of my buddies at Out of the Ordinary for drink at 8 because it was my birthday on Friday.
Yeah.
And that was the same time your show was
starting. You came to the show though?
Yeah, on Friday.
Show. Yeah. We
Storm Shelter.
Everyone's saying happy birthday to you on the porch and shit. Yeah, exactly, dude.
But dude, that was awesome.
Thank you.
That was a fun place.
We're gonna play some of those new songs Saturday, and then Wednesday we are playing at OHOP. We're not gonna post about it. We're not gonna announce it
April 6th.
April 6th, we were playing Skyline Drive and the Perry Experience, which is a dope band.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. He's a fucking awesome musician. Check that out. And check out Skyline Drive.
Shit. I know him. Before.
Yeah, he made Medea.
Dude.
No, he didn't make me. Yeah.
No. It's the same guy. He's been going here for 3 years.
He goes to Husson. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't know him.
Maybe different Tyler Perry.
Dude, Tyler Perry is the most common fucking name, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Like the guy who fucking made all those movies.
Oh, yeah.
Medea.
Oh. No, I met a guy from UMaine.
Yeah. Nice. Too. Yeah. No, it's
what a coincidence. Anyways, we love you. Goodbye. 1 minute, 45 seconds in.
Peace.
Fuck yeah. All right.
That was dope, dude.
That was